hello, everybody. Welcome to the Contemporary Comrades podcast. It's your boy, Heavy J. And I have more unfortunate news for everybody. Yay. Guess what? We are as brainwashed as we say. You know, and you know how I know? The fucking title of this article right here. The plurality of Brits support government spying on people via cell phone tracking to enforce the lockdown. Now, the title might be a little sensationalist, but the meat of the article is actually pretty good. And before I even get into any of that, man, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting us. We really are enjoying all the the increased traffic, if you will, and everybody fucking what we do. So we appreciate it. Also, we are now on every major streaming platform. You know, we're on Spotify, we're on Google Podcasts, we're on Anchor. So definitely check us out on Anchor and Spotify, and a lot of other, streaming platforms. You name it, we're probably there. We're in the process of uploading all of our content onto those platforms, so it'll be a little bit, but nonetheless, we're branching out. We're trying to get everywhere for you all because apparently our voices are definitely needed. So I just wanted to voice my appreciation to everybody for that. Now, basically, there was a YouGov poll that asked people in multiple different countries if they supported a host of random questions regarding the lockdown, regarding just freedoms, just general freedoms of being a human, and if they were to support or oppose certain things. So the article says here, a plurality of people in Britain support giving the government powers to spy on people's movements via cell phone tracking to enforce a lockdown, according to a new poll. So this YouGov poll again asked people in multiple countries if they supported the government in any insert country name here, using the mobile phone data of individuals to ensure that they are complying with restrictions on movement outside of the home during a lockdown. And 45% of Brits supported it and 42% opposed it. Wow. So basically put that in perspective, more people than not literally support handing the state the power to track people's physical movements in real time by giving them access to GPS triangulation data. Yeah, I guess that is the perspective. And it shows a tweet of somebody who mentioned it. In Australia, 62% of people supported that measure, and they had and we all know Australia had like some of the strictest lockdowns. So I'm not going to read too much of the article itself. What I want to do is, of course, I have the study. Why read an article when you have the study, right? So we're going to go through the study a little bit, and we're going to read some of these questions that these people were asked, and we're going to see just how fucking brainwashed we are. The majority. So we're going to this, majority rule, majority matters, majority, whatever the majority wants is what happens type of world, type of country. The answers to these questions mean a lot more than they would have meant. All right, so they start off a little slow here. So first one is, stopping people from discussing stories or rumors about the virus on social media. So the U.S., 29 support, 55 oppose. Right, okay. Even Australia, they mostly opposed. Poland, 58% supported that. So Poland, 58% of their people support censorship. No matter what. Interesting. So I'm not going to read all of them here. I'll just go through a few. And it has some, actually there's quite a few countries that they go over here. So here's another one. Rationing the amount of food people are allowed to buy. US, 58% opposed, 29% support. Australia, 60% support, 34% opposed. Great Britain, 54% support, 37% opposed. Wow. These, and then the rest, and pretty much the rest of the countries oppose. Like heavily opposed. Temporarily closing all schools, supported in the U.S., supported in Great Britain, supported in Australia. It's pretty much supported everywhere to close schools temporarily to slow the spread of, the itis. Which, again, I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you could turn that into a positive. Depending on what kind of parent you are, what kind of parent you want to be, right? Because you could really, being and also what kind of position you're in to be able to use that time you now have with your kid a lot more than you thought. And if you're working from home and your kid's home, schooling from home, that's a lot of time to make a positive out of that, if you will. And then here goes some other countries, China, Japan, Indonesia. Of course, China, they were 78% temporarily closing all schools. So yeah. Here's one: banning handshakes. Every single country supported banning handshakes. Now you might think, oh, okay, what's the big deal about banning handshakes, right? What's the big deal about that? To me, that's a huge fucking deal. A handshake to me is just like a step below like a hug or something, right? That's just like something that's like that primal human to human, communication, like physical touch and communication. And it's just like a solidification of something. Is handshakes. Like, I've met you, I've shaken your hand, I've felt your energy. I know what kind of person I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That every single country banned that. Now, regardless of, I guess, if this is in the context of COVID specifically or not, regardless, man, like, I don't like it. Let's see what else we got here. Yep, the government. Here we go. Here's the one that the article was mentioning. The government in question using the mobile phone data of individuals to ensure they are complying with restrictions. Great Britain, 45% support, 42% oppose. What do you know? Also, Italy supported that. Australia supported that. And Spain supported that. Wow. So Italy, Australia, Spain, and Great Britain supported the government using your phone data to ensure you're complying. And you're telling me that people aren't brainwashed. You're telling me that we're not under a fucking spell. You're telling me that that we're not under coercion by way of fear, and we're not under mind control. You're telling me that's not the case. I'd love to see it, because this data, and this is telling me otherwise. This data is really supporting everything we're saying. Like, look, we have a problem on our hands here. The fact that these countries and these people wanted to ban some of the most either, human right infringing in some sort of way, or just complete human dividing things they're in favor of. Enforcing rules so that only one person at a time can leave each household. Dude, Australia supported that too. What? Spain supported that too. I mean, look, is this a lack of education on behalf of the people? And by that I mean, is this a lack of information availability? Or is this a lack of the willingness for people in mass to be able to seek different ideas or seek different ways of doing things? Or is this what is this a result of? I guess this is the result of the powers that be doing what they do best. Manipulating society, controlling societies. And just the fact that the study asked people these things. Look, banning all types of social interaction outside the home, including public events, visiting family or friends, or socializing. Damn near every single country opposed it. Damn near. Yeah. Let's go look at the United States' results for that. 44 supported, 43 opposed. Wow. Australia, of course, supported. Great Britain, of course, supported. Pretty much every other country supported except for Denmark. Denmark did not support that. And Sweden did not support that. And neither did Germany, which is interesting. So, again, man, let us know what y'all think about these results. I'll add a link to the study in the description for you all. It's just a PDF if you want it. Yeah, let us know what you think about this stuff, man. It's interesting to me to see where people's minds are at when it comes to these sort of questions and these sort of things, because you hear the narrative and you're like, well, I mean, that's what they say, but I don't really think that that's how most people think. Maybe not, right? And then you see studies like this taken in, from July 30th to August 24th, 2020, pretty much right in the heat of the majority of the no pun intended lockdowns, or pretty much after the first lockdowns had kind of subsided. So people had that first initial hit, and then they kind of, had been able to figure out what the effect of that kind of stuff would be. And they still voted this way. So just think about that. Next time you think that people aren't fucking brainwashed, you remember this fucking study. And with that, it's Heavy J, it's Comrades. Thank you for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.